She's no longer suffering or in pain. Yeah. Hey, isn't that the thing not to say at a funeral? Hey, that's not... You are breaking all the monthly things said not to do. God, you're saying all the worst things. She's in a better place now. Yeah. She was too good for this world. God, you're the worst. Stop. Just stop. Shut up, Aunt Sandy. The worst. The worst. Saying all the wrong things. She should subscribe to the monthly. Also, it's weird how what's her face still works here. I thought she sold the thing. Different funeral traditions. Funeral rites, even in our own culture, may be something many of us may be unfamiliar with. For many people, all they know of funeral traditions are what they've seen in media. But, and I think this goes without saying, funeral rites and traditions aren't the same across the board. Different cultures have different protocols for cleaning the body to different aspects of the service itself. Religion provides different paths for dealing with a death, but the goal is almost always the same: offering support, guidance, and ease to the people who are grieving. In Judaism, interment usually begins immediately after somebody has passed. Up until burial, the body is never supposed to be alone, so often families will appoint a shomer, a guardian, to remain with the body. Preparations for burial begin as soon as possible in Muslim traditions as well. Local Islamic community organizations are also often involved and help the family make arrangements for the funeral service and burial. But not all practices are strictly religiously focused. In the odds in South Korea, the amount of graveyard space began to shrink drastically, causing a law to be passed that required families to remove a loved one's body from its burial place after 60 years. Many families began to cremate more often, but there are also companies that compress remains into beads in turquoise, pink, or black called death beads. This also occurs in North America, Europe, and Japan, but remains much more common in South Korea because of the space issue in graveyards and the expenses of cremation. And not all practices are somber either. Ever hear of the turning of the bones, or famadihana, a ritual by the Malagasy people of Madagascar? Famadihana has families return to an ancestral crypt, exhume the bodies wrapped in cloth before dancing with the bodies to lively music with the dead bodies. This practice is a celebration, remembrance, and way of keeping the deceased involved in family news. Death can be a difficult time for many people, obviously, but that doesn't mean there isn't a beauty in the ways we choose to honor and celebrate our deceased. I mean, I guess. Death Cafe? What is this? The subscriber? I didn't subscribe to this. Stop subscribing me weird stuff, Jen. Come and increase awareness of death with a view to helping people make the most of their finite lives. Join us, have a tea and cake, and talk with others about our thoughts, fears, and illuminations on death. The founder of the Death Cafe movement, John Underwood, once said, "When people talk about death and dying, it tends to illustrate their humanity. See everyone at the Upside Down Jar next Thursday." Can't really write much right now. I have a lot of work I have to do with an inguinal hernia from 1750. It's the oldest in our collection, and you can even see this bit of paper the surgeon put in after removing the hernia. Super cool. I'll send you the link when we have a catalog. What is my life? What is that sentence I just typed? But anyway, this event that I'm forwarding you is taking place near you. Figure you'll be into it. Might help with that feeling of restlessness you were talking about before. Could be good to talk about some of the things you're feeling. Lots of deaf positive people there. Sounds like it'll be a safe space. Again, weird. Leia Ionesco? Chad Grant? What? Who is this? Is this a new boss? Thank you, Mr. Grant, for agreeing to take care of Jocelyn's cremation. The bike accident was, well, it was more than I was expecting. I know she wanted to be cremated, and to be honest, I don't think I could bear seeing her like that after what happened. Thank you. Charlotte, below are the details for our next client. Ensure you follow the requested specifications exactly. After you are done, I will review your work in order to properly evaluate you at the end of the month. Am I gonna get fired? CEO and managing funeral director? Number Amy? What the hell? Can I just say first off that this is bullcrap? Knowing how these corporations run, I wouldn't be surprised if they're monitoring our emails now. No, okay, I don't really believe that. I'm just upset. I get that Amy didn't have much of a choice. You can only fight a huge corporation taking all of your business for so long. This isn't 6 feet under. And they just swooped in and now we have to deal with their BS practices? They're colder than the corpse I picked up from the morgue this morning. Who charges this much for funerals? It feels dirty and exploitive. Let's grab a drink after work. I need to blow off some steam. And emails aren't really the most appropriate place to do this. Too late for me, I guess. If you're reading this, Hillside Overlord, good. Okay. He's like, you know, he hates the corporate overlords. Welcome. Should I be reading this first? I don't know. We are pleased to bring on Rose and Daughters as part of Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. They will be another institution amongst hundreds of other properties owned across the country, but of course as part of the adjustment process to the Hillside Heritage Enterprise Inc. culture. Okay, yeah, say your whole company name every time. There will be a number of changes that will come to Rose and Daughters. We will send out the memo regarding the specifics and details of these changes, and we expect them to be followed impeccably. Glad to be leading the way for Rose and Daughters from now on. Okay, Chad. So cremation, burn time. Remove watch. Place coffin. They're always so simple, like they're barely wearing any jewelry. Like, how can I do a bad job at this? Chad, are you gonna fire me? You're gonna be like, you put the watch wrong. Cremator, is this art look different or something? Huh, clink, clink, clink. Alright, cremate it. Put that back there, and then close. Oh god, why didn't you go out? There's like more people here this time. She was always so careful. Wore her helmet, signal, used the bike lanes. Asshole drivers, they need to pay attention. Yeah, I know. It's not you, it's always some other person, you know, driving like a maniac. Have you heard what's happening to the driver? No, I haven't wanted to ask Leia. This has been hard enough on them without asking about the legal ramifications of all of this. Yeah, after all this, let's see what we can do to help them. Shouldn't deal with the death of their partner all by themselves. Well, which one is it? Is it this person? It might be that person. So glad it was a cremation. I would have lost it, seeing her body. I have to go through all of her things. How am I supposed to decide what to keep? If you need help, I can help. No, thanks. I mean, but no. I don't know. It's so intimate. Feels like I should do it myself. She would kill me if others saw the things we have. Wait, this is the partner? Yeah, she was kind of a closed book. Except to you. Yeah, she was special. Then who's this then? The mom? I'm glad I'm here, but wow, I just need a glass of wine and to binge watch something right now. Okay, that's just a family friend, probably. Should we do a visual at the spot? Careless drivers, I swear to God. Yeah, I swear to God. They're the worst. Home funerals, why do it? The appeal of a home funeral is apparent for many, especially if the deceased was somebody very close to you. The idea of keeping them at home until they are ready to be buried or cremated can be comforting. It wasn't that long ago that we were taking care of our own deceased, but nowadays people are quick to pass off their loved ones to a funeral home. Most families aren't given the option and assume this is mandatory. Funeral homes will almost always prepare the deceased using embalming and other methods that make them appear more alive. But isn't this process counterintuitive to the grieving process? Being around the deceased allows the bereaved to spend a longer period of time with their loved one's body, which can help them mourn or give opportunities to family members and friends to see the deceased one last time before they are taken to be buried or cremated. The idea of keeping the deceased body at home might sound gross, it kinda does. but it's important to understand that decomposition takes a long time, and you can further slow this process by keeping your home cool and dry. To be around your loved ones and to see them decay naturally is an important part of the grieving process. I still think it's kind of gross. Home funerals aren't just more intimate, but they are economical. A traditional funeral, complete with body preparation, service, flowers, cards, and many other hidden costs and fees, can cost upwards of $7,000 to $10,000. When you're able to take care of your loved one yourself, to wash and dress them, and to organize their viewing from home, the only cost remaining is entirely in the cremation or burial itself. I feel like the devs did a lot of research for this game. However, it's important to understand that different rules apply given on what state you live in. In all states, it is legal to have your loved one's body at home after they die. States like Alabama, Connecticut, Illinois, Indiana, Louisiana, Michigan, Nebraska, New Jersey, and New York require a funeral director's involvement, from signing the death certificate to overseeing burial or cremation. If this is a route you decide to go for yourself or your loved ones, make sure you follow everything by the book, but just know that this may be an option available to you and your loved ones if so choose. Dr. Zaius? What? I just saw a video of a gorilla walking on its hind legs. Like a human being, Charlie! A human being! We as a species have seen the beginning of our end. Jen, you are wild. Oh, what do you want, Chad? Charlotte, I am proud to announce that Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. received a contract with the city to dispose of any unclaimed bodies. This is an important revenue stream for us, as I'm sure I don't need to explain to you, Charlotte. Although Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. is being paid a decent wage from the city for these services, cremation is preferred here as it is the most cost-efficient of the two options. The first unclaimed body we will be handling belongs to a middle-aged man, possibly homeless, whose body is yet to be claimed. No special preparations are needed for this cadaver aside from cremation. Okay, so you just want me to burn everything, huh, Chad? Hello, Charlotte. I have reviewed your request on behalf of a potential family inquiring if we at Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. Can you stop saying the whole goddamn company name every time? And will perform green burials. I should have informed you of this in the beginning, but we do not perform green funerals as they are not cost effective. Well, you don't get much money for them, but they are eco-friendly. All employees and subsidiaries of Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. must comply. We do not wish to lose potential customers though, so do try your hardest to convince the families requesting green burials to instead choose a traditional burial package, complete with embalming caskets and vaults instead. I trust you will ensure we do not lose any customers, Charlotte. Oh god, Chad, you suck, I hate you. Oh, another long-ass email? God. Hello, as stated in a previous email, here are the new rules and code of conduct I expect you to follow from now on while on any premises belonging to oh god. Shut up, Chad. First and foremost, there is a required uniform and strict dress code from now on. Second and most importantly to this is that no tattoos are to be visible, but Charlotte has some sick-ass tattoos. If you have visible tattoos, ensure they are properly covered and hidden. When speaking with customers and clients, consider the opportunity to upsell. Oh god, working at every moment. I.e., always encourage the deceased loved ones to purchase the higher quality package. We find that encouraging loved ones to think of the comfort and style of the deceased as an experience with no price limit on it. Dude, are you even paying me to be a freaking salesperson? I am only here to work on the body, you know? Additionally, food is no longer allowed to be brought in. Instead, encourage the deceased loved ones to purchase a premium sandwich and appetizer food package. Our partner Catering Concepts provides high-quality foods that will be delivered weekly from their factory and can easily be defrosted the morning of the funeral. I expect all of the above changes to be instituted effective immediately to ensure a smooth transition to the high-quality service at whatever the heck. Oh, chat, you're such an asshole. Charlie, I need a drink. Beer after work? Yeah, Matthew, I know what you're feeling. P.S. Also, I really want mozzarella sticks. I can be both hungry and angry. Yeah, hangry. And no, I will not say hangry ever. Ah, Matthew. Alright, so I guess this is a cremation thing? God, Chad. What a freaking Chad. It's just the worst. Selling at every moment. Let people grieve at the cheap low price of 1,000, you know? Any valuables? Okay. So just put the tag in, I guess. Although, you don't even know who they are. Why would there be a tag? I guess the tag could say like unknown or something. Break into ash-like fragments. Whoop. Boop. And boop. Yeah, me and Matthew are like the only ones still working at this freaking place. Oh, no one's here. Well, I guess that makes sense. Because they were unclaimed. So why would they still have like a funeral for the person then? Kind of weird. There's no one I could talk to here. Water, water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Water cremation. What the heck is a water cremation? We can call it a few different things, like flameless cremation, a bit of an oxymoron, but we'll let it slide. Or perhaps more commonly, resumation. Its technical name, though, is actually alkaline hydrolysis. Whatever we want to call it, it's here, and it's an environmentally friendly alternative to traditional cremation. Even more eco-friendly? Well, you know, Chad likes us to sell, you know, the expensive, high-quality, you know, methods. But for the sake of this newsletter, let's call it water cremation. We all know that traditional cremation and burials take a huge toll on the environment, the high energy consumption that adds to the greenhouse gas effect being one of the chief amongst them, and water cremation is an alternative method available for the eco-conscious amongst. How does it work? It's basically a water-based chemical process that uses really strong alkali and water heated up very high, about 350 Fahrenheit. It basically works like a sped-up version of natural decomposition. The excess water gets put through the same water treatment process as any sewage water at a factory, and alkaline hydrolysis uses significantly less energy than traditional cremation processes. Neat, huh? It's been around for a bit, and in some places became legal around the end of the first decade of the aughts. Not a bad alternative for those who don't want their death to have any greater impact on the environment than necessary. They gotta have done research for all these things, man. Very highly informative. You kiss who? What? Who you dating now? Dating a special effects makeup artist, and she is like the coolest person I've ever met in my life. She totally loves Ava's possession and was equally freaked out by the possession scenes, but so utterly delighted at the idea of a support group for people who have been possessed. That was your best recommendation in a while, Charlie. You were slipping there. I was getting worried you had lost your taste. But yeah, her name is Lily, and she's super deaf positive. Again, with the whole deaf positive thing, why are they so obsessed with deaf? And isn't freaked out by my work, and also isn't too into it like the last dude I saw. Jason? Michael? God, I can't remember. I just really like spending time around her. I can talk about whatever I want, and it's never a conversation stopper. She also totally gets what I mean when I say that, like, working with deaf and spending so much time thinking about deaf actually makes me happier. It makes everything else feel so much more worth it, you know? Memento Mori, or whatever they taught us in that one poetry class we took. We just click. Feels good, fun, and affirming, like dating should be. I'm thinking of taking her to Maple Meadows. She's super into roller coasters, and I think the idea of sharing cotton candy, or maybe not, I don't want to throw up on the rides, is sickeningly cute. That maybe I'll kiss her on top of a Ferris wheel, be super corny and cliche for once in my life. Anywho, enough about me for now. I'm still kind of in shock from your last email. Do you think you're going to do it? You know you have my support, 100%, no matter what you decide. What's happening? Am I quitting? I'm done. Charlie, it's official. I've put in my 2 weeks notice. Matthew, you can't quit. Who am I gonna work with now? Everyone else sucks, you know, especially Chad. You know how unhappy I am working for Mega Corporation 101? My skills, especially my driving ones, are useful in other professions. I'm not worried about myself. But you I am worried about. You're too good for this corporate scum. You actually care about the people you work with and for. Don't let them defeat you, okay? P.S. I'll bring beers over next week. We can talk a bit more freely. No, Matthew, don't leave me. Don't leave me. Ko-fi? I don't know. Dear Mr. Grant, regarding the last time we spoke, my daughters and I would still prefer to host a home funeral ourselves and keep my wife here until she's ready to be buried. I just want to make sure she's taken care of. Her heart attack was so sudden. We don't know what to do. We just want to make sure she has a proper send-off. Thanks. Dude, you know he's gonna try to sell you, be like, oh, you know, home funerals are not good or whatever. Dear Mr. Dimka, I understand your desire to keep your wife at home, but I assure you, the best way to honor your wife is through a traditional funeral package instead. I promise you your wife's funeral with us will be a beautiful, intimate gathering where all of her beloved friends and family can come together and say their goodbyes. A standard embalming will allow for everyone to view your wife, ensuring that everyone can see her one final time as she was. Beautiful, peaceful, and courageous. Letting us take care of the food with our prepared food service will ensure you don't have a single thing to worry about on this day. What? Maybe have you thought about she doesn't want to be viewed? Huh? She wants to be left in peace? You and your daughters are going through a hard time right now. Let us here at Rose and Daughters make this difficult time a little easier for you. Oh, keep that name out of your dirty mouth, Chad. God, he's the worst. Dear Mr. Grant, okay, we'll take the traditional funeral package. Thank you for considering us in this hard time. Man, you totally guilt-tripped him into getting it. Charlotte, I see you were not able to convince the Dimka family, okay, to take a standard funeral. I had to contact them myself in order to not lose this sale. Please read the enclosed emails for a lesson on how to properly upsell potential customers. I don't want to see that we've lost any customers because of your refusal to upsell. That is part of your job. Shut up, Chad. What an asshole. What the hell is this? Latest contract acquisition hospital. Hello all, we are thrilled to announce that Hills— oh god, I'm so sick of saying your stupid company's name. Subsidiary, Rose and Daughters just signed a contract with Morning Valley Hospital, allowing us access to all the cadavers that come through their pediatric and maternity wards. We're excited for the opportunity to work with Morning Valley Hospital, which intakes over 100,000 patients and receives over 15 million in funding and donations annually. This will no doubt be a boon for— okay, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Whatever, man. I'll get right on whatever the heck this is. Man, you tricked them, man. You totally tricked them into doing this. Open casket funeral, so standard cleaning. God, I still hate that their eyes are open. It makes sense because they had to put stuff in the eye, but God, I wish their eyes weren't open. God. Okay, insert the eye caps. Oh god. Why is your eyes like open this time? Shut it, please. Okay, and now sew the jaw shut. Man, I'm definitely not getting paid enough to do this, am I right? Freaking Chad. What a stupid ass asshole. Alright, tubing. And then enter that. And then more tubing. And then turn that on. And then massage the body. Whether they're gonna ask us to choose, like, do you want to keep working or not? I don't want to work for Chad. He sucks. Tell Amy to reopen her freaking funeral home. It's because of freaking Chad that all the small funeral homes are going out of business. Stupid Chad and whatever Hillside Heritage Enterprises Inc. saying his full goddamn company name every time. Okay, so that shut. And then drain. Mike's still here? Wait, I thought Mike is— oh wait, Mike is the other person. God. We never see Mike though. We always just talk with Matthew. This feels so impersonal. She would have hated this. Yeah, if it weren't for freaking Chad. Yeah, but I don't know. They must have had their reasons. Oh hey, what did you think of that trailer I sent you? Oh yeah, I heard that show is so good. I saw that video of the one kid actor doing karaoke. Okay. Went from talking about the family thing to like a totally trivial thing. Which I mean is how conversation works, but you know. Do you think we did the right thing? I feel bad not doing what Mom asked for. I know, honey, but what that Chad guy said seems right. We don't want to dishonor her memory by letting her rot. Well, Chad doesn't care about that, okay? He's only in it for the money. Sniffles. Yeah, I just want Mom to know I loved her. Wish I hadn't yelled at her before. Shh, it's okay. She knew you loved her. Fights happen. Please don't be hard on yourself. Yeah. I'm gonna miss her. Me too. Frickin' Chad. You ruined everything. It's so cold in here. I think they have the air conditioning on too high. Well, it's probably so you keep the body or something, like, not rotting or whatever. Yeah, let's go for a walk later. It's really nice out. Would be good to stretch my legs. I'm starving. Why do these things always make me so hungry? Well, there's food, isn't there? You're always hungry. Okay. God, this feels dissatisfying. Can I quit my job yet? Time to quit? Maybe, Charlie? Oh, this isn't the office, is it? Is this my home? Did I quit? Because, chat sucks. I never know if I'm supposed to read down to the bottom or whatever. Yeah, see, like, these are the older ones. Who's Eileen? Dear Charlie, today's the day already, isn't it? I can't believe how quickly this has come up. Thank you for your understanding and for your work. You've made today easier already. See you at 1 p.m. Best, Eileen Hansen. Who's that? New business? You start your own business? Charlie, I am so happy for you. I know it's been a rough year for you. Seriously, I think our wine intake saw a bazillion% increase, but you've stuck through it all like a champ. I feel like I actually should read from like top to bottom, because even though the times are set, whatever, it's all over the place, but I think it make more sense to read top to bottom. Congratulations, Charlie, dear. I'm so proud of you. I knew there was something special in you when I hired you for Rose and Daughters. If there is anything I could do for you, please do not hesitate to ask. I am always happy to help. Best wishes. P.S. I sorely miss you and Matthew's terrible sense of humor. Oh, that Matthew guy. I miss him too. Did I hire him? You'll never believe what new job I am working now. Open this email to find out. Dude, that sounds like a spam email. Hey Charlie. Hey Charlie. When I first became a hearse driver, I was told that my most important job wasn't steering. It was sympathizing. I respectfully disagree, and thankfully, I concentrated on my driving skills since I'm now working as a, wait for it, bus driver. A school bus driver, Charlie. Can you believe that? Pretty sure if I said the most important part of my job now wasn't steering, I'd be fired immediately. I didn't know how else to tell ya. For some reason, I was worried you'd think less of me. But I don't know why. You've never been a judgmental kind. And besides, corpses are way easier to deal with than children. Screaming children, might I add? I actually love it. These kids can be pretty cute. But don't tell Amy that I told you that. She was always harping on me for not having any kids and for being all cynical about them. Congrats on your new business, Charlie. I'm proud of you. I'll swing by your new place one day and show you my new wheels. Maybe we can grab a bite to eat. Be seeing ya. Well, that's cool. We all got new, opportunities in life and all that. So I read this part already, right? You deserve this. Wait, I already read this. What? Right? Or maybe I didn't. You deserve this. Finally being your own boss is a great move for you. No more having to explain anything you don't want to. I'm trying to not be too cheesy right now. Can't wait to be home next week for our visit and to check out your new space. Always. Have you heard about these green burial pods? When I find a link in my 1 million open tabs, I'll shoot it over to you. Oh, Jen. So is this my new thing? So you're still doing a funeral home. Magnolia Forest Funeral Home and Natural Burial Park are services. Magnolia Forest, named after the magnolia trees that surround the funeral home, specializes in at-home funerals and green burials in our natural burial park. Our goal is to empower families and encourage them to have a closer relationship with death and the dying process. The death of a loved one can be a confusing and sometimes traumatic time, and we want you to feel fully involved in your loved one's death care decisions. Whether you're looking to care for your loved one from the comfort of your home, be present during their cremation, or bury them in our natural cemetery, Magnolia Forest is here to work with you and provide these simple but intimate and meaningful options. Natural Burial Park. Our natural burial park allows the body to return to the earth and recycle naturally. It is intended as an environmentally sustainable alternative to existing funeral practices. Our park has room for bodies of all sizes and ages, as well as beloved pets. Families also have the option to bury their loved ones themselves if they so choose. Okay, that's cool, I guess. We believe in being transparent about our prices and practices. We are happy to explain all of our prices, work within your budget, and hope to make you feel comfortable and confident in your decisions. Let us know if we can answer any of your questions. Home funeral, all inclusive, that's 1,000. It's like, isn't that how much the green burials cost? Green burial service, okay, all inclusive. Direct cremation, 600. Infants are buried at no charge. We can provide a 3x3 plot and help opening and closing the grave. Well, that's nice, I guess, but kind of weird. So what is this then? Who is this? Is this just one of the clients? I'll see you soon. I mean, that's nice and all, but I didn't get to stick it to Chad. Stupid Chad. Oh, so that must have been one of the clients then. So they bury it themselves? God, it's so weird. This hurts. I thought it'd be easier, but it's not. It hurts so much. But thank you for helping me give her the funeral she always wanted. Anyways, I think we're ready to get started now. Okay. Who is that? You guys are barely burying it. Do a better job. I mean, I know you're not trained for this, but... Well, I guess that was a Mortician's Tale. I mean, it's fine for like a short game, but I feel like I needed more out of it. Because you don't really get a good chance to really kind of connect with any of the... I guess you are meant to, but like it would have been nice if you got more out of the clients and their family stories and stuff like that. And then we didn't really get to see us, you know, kind of stick it to Chad and be like, screw your, you know, money-hungry corporation. I'm opening my own thing that's focused on the family and stuff like that. But I mean, I guess it's fine for what it is. And I feel like they actually did like a lot of legit research regarding like burials and stuff. I learned a lot. I mean, if that's all accurate, I'm sure they took some, you know, liberties in making the game. But those monthlies, you know, the newsletters, actually legit informative. But yeah, that's it for A Mortician's Tale. Kind of sad I didn't get to stick it to Chad, but it was a nice ending for like a short game. So, hope you guys enjoy this. Thanks for watching A Mortician's Tale, and I'll see you guys in the next video.